All right, so I got around to fooling with it, and the master cylinder has given up the ghost. So those are impossible to get. I mean, you can get, take your chances on a used one or whatever, but that ain't me. I'm not about that. So I've ordered one for a Datsun, and I'm gonna see if I can't make it work. So I'm gonna try to get this one out and compare the two and see if we can't make that happen. So hang tight while I try to do that. Got the old master cylinder out, and got the Datsun one put in, well, mocked up. I just wanted to see how it would fit. And there's gonna be a gap between the firewall and the master, just ever so slightly, because the Datsun one is a little bit bigger. But I can fix that with some washers, or I'll probably just end up making spacers out of like aluminum piping or something. The only other thing that I'll have to do is make a push rod for the Datsun one. I'd like to use this one, but at the same time, I would like to keep all of this together in the event that someday a rebuild kit becomes available. Because I would like to have the OEM stuff in it. But again, at the same time, if this works, then whatever. This could help so many people, because the Toyota one's just, it's gone. There's no more getting that. The only thing you have to do from here is to rebend the lines, because on the Datsun one, let's see if we can't get this back out, they bolt in from the bottom, whereas the Toyota one bolts in from the top. So when you put them, side by side, you can see. So anyway, I'm probably gonna make new brake lines rather than try to, actually, I lied. I'm lazy. I'm going to try to bend the brake lines and get them to work first before I go making new brake lines, because I'm ready to see if I can't get this thing to drive. Well, stop, I should say. So I'm gonna get back on that, and then I'll come back with another update. Well, it's bolted in. Lines are bent. It actually snugged up against the firewall, which is surprising. So don't have to space it. As far as the push rod goes, I used the one from the OEM one, and it fits in there perfectly. So the only thing I have to do now is to put fluid in it and bleed the brakes and go from there, but I'm all alone. And I gotta wait for somebody to show up. So I guess until then, I'm gonna play the waiting game. Got the brakes bled after my wife got home from work. Or at least I got the rears bled and the left front bled. Nothing comes out of the right front. So I can jack the car up in the air, press the brake, front wheels locked up. Let it sit for a little while, and they'll begin to free up. So I've ordered all new seals to rebuild the calipers and all the rubber hoses So it seems that it works. So that's good, but we'll know more once my parts arrive and I go ahead and rebuild my front brakes. So I guess I'll just hang on to this footage until I get all that sorted out. Okay, so I ended up towing it to the shop, and I don't know if in the last segment I told you that this wheel would lock up and this wheel did nothing. So I said I was going to rebuild the calipers and all that cool stuff. So I did. I've rebuilt the calipers. We've got new brake lines. So we've got it all put together. Everything works. So in the event that you need a master cylinder, the Dawson 240Z Master will work. One thing I did forget to mention is that the upper bolt in the firewall is going to have to be a long bolt with a nut on one end. So other than that, that's that, really, honestly. So hope that helps some of you guys. I guess I'll see you in the next video.